Welcome to our YouTube channel, and today we will be talking about an all-modern, next-generation laser weapon from the United States that has literally shocked the world. This new weapon will truly amaze you, so keep watching this video till the end to find out everything you need to know about this ultra-high-tech weapon. Laser guns are swiftly evolving from a feature of science fiction to a promising technology for the combat of the 21st century. We've already talked about several laser fighting systems from various countries in our videos. Combat laser prototypes are already being tested in protective air defense systems, as well as on warships. Until recently, planes have not participated in testing like this, given the severe size, weight, and power consumption limitations. You can put a multi-ton laser the size of a sea container into an airplane, and you cannot take the generator for its operation into the air either. But the famous arms company Lockheed Martin, which has created many amazing and sometimes fantastic weapons, has surprised the world once again. So please, welcome the Lance Airborne Laser Warfare System. The United States Air Force has received a demonstration of Lockheed Martin's Land Suspended Laser Weapon System. This abbreviation stands for Laser Advancement for Next Generation Combat Environments. This demonstration is intended to be deployed externally on the external suspension of a combat aircraft. According to the information available, it is similar to old-fashioned laser designators used to guide guided missiles and bombs to a laser-illuminated target, but it is a bigger dimension and a larger diameter of the focusing system. Before we get into landings, we'll try to figure out why an airplane requires laser guns at all. Any technically literate individual recognizes that humanity has a long way to go before lasers/starships like in Star Wars. Large power lasers would be required for this function. Although the laser is a unique weapon, a laser beam will readily hit any target, regardless of how fast it goes or how well it maneuvers. Any such target, even the renowned Russian dagger with its hypersonic speed of Mach 10, will be essentially immobile for light, with a speed of about 30,000 kilometers per second. However, that is still 3.4 kilometers per second, or 0.0011% of the speed of light. It's not difficult to hit a laser beam, but it's not just about hitting the target. It's about destroying it. But if the laser's power is insufficient, perhaps we can do something about it. How did hunters go after bear with no firearms and only a knife? Simply stabbing such a massive predator with a knife will make him angry. But if you evade and stab it in the heart, the bear will be killed. A missile, whether anti-aircraft or fired from another plane, is the worst opponent for an airplane, and the weakest spot of the missile is where the skin is thinnest. Its infrared or radar guidance head, covered beneath a thin fairing, doesn't require much power to burn through it and incinerate the sensing element in the electronics. The laser beam is essentially hazardous to infrared homing heads found on all portable anti-aircraft missile systems. Their optics, through which infrared radiation is collected on the sensor, will focus the damaging laser beam on it. Thus, this theory determined what happened in practice, and it turned out that making such a laser for airplanes was extremely tough. As previously stated, the developers had to concoct a way to pass as the ancient Greek Odysseus, not only between Scylla and Charybdis, that is to make a sufficiently powerful laser, but in accessible dimensions. But they also had to fulfill another condition. The laser had to be powerful but economical so that it could draw enough energy from the onboard power plant. Lockheed Martin has been involved in this theme of laser weapons for a long time, dating back to the 1970s. In 2012, the business unveiled the first prototype of a relatively compact ground-based area defense anti-munition system known as ATOM, with a capacity of 30 kilowatts. The system was then thoroughly tested by the U.S. ground forces by shooting at tiny drones and missiles. The targets were able to cause damage from up to 2 kilometers away. 2 years later, the laser was employed against national enemy motorboats, causing damage that made the mission impossible to continue. Lockheed Martin tested a new battle laser with a capacity of 60 kilowatts in 2017. The technology employed by the corporation allowed for an average of 50% reduction in energy consumption when compared to solid-state lasers. The United States Army declared the test a success and signed acceptance forms the next year. The United States Air Force Research Laboratory awarded Lockheed Martin, Boeing, and Northrop Grumman a contract for the SHIELD Self-Protect High-Energy Laser Demonstration Program, worth a little more than $26 million. Northrop Grumman handled the beam control system, which points the laser at the target and holds it there until it is destroyed, while Boeing handled the capsule and anchoring of the system to the airplane. The beam control subsystem was delivered to the customer last year. Lockheed Martin tackled the most difficult element, shrinking the size of its land-based laser system and resolving the cooling issue on the aircraft. After 5 years, the installation was reduced to the size of a military installation, and it can now be transported in a capsule hanging from an airplane. Many issues had to be resolved. The company had to push back previously agreed upon dates by 2 years, but they now have the opportunity to reduce the weight of the aircraft laser units to 5 from 10 kilograms per kilowatt of power. What about laser energy? It is unknown whether the Army laser's power was preserved. After all, it wasn't just about miniaturizing the installation, but also about lowering Lance's power usage. It will be impossible to attach a generator to the fighter craft utilized by ground forces. It is only known that the Lance prototype shut down multiple air-to-ground missiles during ground tests in New Mexico, indicating that the problem has been solved. Lockheed Martin CEO Taylor Griffin told reporters that Lance is the company's smallest, lightest, and most powerful laser in its power class. He also mentioned that it is a significant milestone in the development of an operational airborne laser weapon system. The exact airplane on which Lance will be hung has yet to be determined. The corporation has been performing research on the C-130 cargo plane, and promotional images show the capsule resembling an F-16 fighter jet. In 2019, Boeing tested their laserless capsule on the F-15 fighter. The research is part of a larger effort to improve the combat stability of older aircraft models, such as the F-15, F-16, and F-18. These machines utilize significantly fewer methods of visibility reduction than stealth planes, making them much more susceptible to contemporary weapons. They are far more difficult to conceal among jammers or decoys due to their enormous, highly apparent radar signature, which also makes them simpler to detect. Because these types of fighters will be in service in the United States until at least the middle of the 21st century, ensuring their combat stability is critical. However, the American well-known magazine National Interest also notes that Lance or future weapons of this type could be installed on the F-22 and F-35 stealth fighters as well. Because lasers are faster than any air-to-air missile, such weapons could enhance the aircraft's already remarkable air-to-air capabilities. National Interest also notes that laser weapons, if utilized in place of easily detectable conventional weapons installed on exterior suspension components, could increase the stealth qualities of these aircraft by reducing their radar effect to area. Lance is, of course, merely a technological demonstrator at the moment. It's not a production system, and it's not even a prototype in general. Its main objective is to establish the long-term viability of the concept of active laser defense for combat aircraft. However, if such a system is implemented, all of Russia's air defense missile systems, including the S-300, 400, 500, and Buck missiles, will be rendered obsolete. For the laser light beam, no matter how fast their missiles are, or how much overload they can fly with, they're just stationary targets with a homing head, and if you burn it, the missile will turn into an unguided iron block with an engine that poses no danger to the airplane. It is also evident that while Lance is being designed for operational usage on airplanes, the system can undoubtedly be deployed on a variety of ground and water platforms. Lance is currently being manufactured for defensive use. However, this study might also be aimed toward producing an offensive weapon, capable of not only shooting down airplanes and drones, but also of performing offensive duties when installed on land and sea mobile vehicles. Meanwhile, U.S. Air Force pilots are already practicing with airborne laser weapons. Their flying simulators have been outfitted with a computer program that allows them to deflect and attack an aerial battle using laser weapons. That's all from today's video. Thank you for watching till the end. If you liked this video, then like it and press the bell icon, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch more interesting videos. Let us know your thoughts about today's video in the comment section below. Thank you.